Slaptail Squad, assemble.
This is the Slaptail Squad. I'm the Beaveman, and it's still the lockdown in the great state of Michigan. And I've got the Slaptail Squad members here. The Swan.
Hello.
The daughter.
Hello.
And our guest, Skylar.
Hello.
He's not truly a member of the Slaptail Squad. He is the musical sort of contributor. And whatever else he wants to be is fine.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway. So, what have y'all been up to?
Nothing.
They go from the couch to the other couch to the
listen.
bed to the fridge
pantry.
to the couch to the
Listen,
pantry.
I wake up.
At noon.
I eat some food. I go back to my bed to relax for a little bit.
To relax.
I've earned
Because
it.
it's already been,
It's hard
it's already
work
been
chewing.
strenuous.
Because I've already earned it. And then after that, I go from there.
Do you
the
get
pantry.
winded eating?
Sometimes. Sometimes it requires a lot of jaw power, and my jaw starts hurting, and then that's when the heavy breathing.
The shortness of breath starts.
And what about you, daughter?
I don't do much. I get up at like 11. I stay in bed until like 12, and then I go and get food. Then I come back to my room. That's about it.
How many times a day do you eat?
We don't talk about that.
No, really, no. How many times a day do you eat?
I mean, like little snacks, including those and meals, I probably like 7 to 8 times a day.
7 to 8 times a day.
I
When's
probably-
That is a healthy
I'm
lifestyle.
probably at 6.
That is a lie.
No, it's 6.
I'm pretty sure that everybody's going to be a big fat piece of shit by the time this pandemic thing is settled down.
I
By
don't
the
need the
time
pandemic to be a fat piece of shit.
You're like, I don't conform to any of those new standards that people have out there. I've already decided to embrace that particular lifestyle.
This is already how I lived on my own. It's just nobody was criticizing me for it.
I don't think we're criticizing you. Are we criticizing him?
No, we're
It's
just making
critique.
fun of him.
It's harsh critique.
Well, probably it might have something to do with the fact that maybe you're squandering your genetics. Because the only other time we've seen you chubby was when you were a baby.
I guess, but also there's like nothing for me to do.
What? What do you mean there's nothing for you to
I feel
do?
like every day I've said, "Hey, want to work out? Hey, want to
That
work
is not
out?"
something fun.
You
Yeah,
have
it's
24
not.
hours a day that you could work out. You're
There's not
choosing
enough
to
time.
spend about 16 hours doing nothing.
Due to
In
my
bed.
personal choices, the actual hours per day I could work out without being physically deterred is about 0.15.
So not even a quarter of an hour.
He's like a
no.
koala.
Yeah. Except I don't eat my own poo.
They don't eat their own poo. They eat eucalyptus.
Well, the mothers, when they have a baby, the baby cannot digest the eucalyptus leaves, so the mother has to eat the leaves, and then the baby eats the mother's poo.
That's disgusting.
Maybe that's why they're so tired. That's why they sleep all the time. You know, they always say that's why they
Mom,
sleep all the
Stop
time.
shitting in my mouth, Mom. Mom. She's like, you're going to eat this shit. You will survive, young Clarence.
I guess that just goes to show that you can be completely just lazy and laying about, and maybe you'll learn these fascinating secrets. 'Cause do you do that just from
Well, that
internet
one was
searches?
from Animal Planet.
Oh, so you learned something.
Yeah, but that was like 7 years ago.
Oh, so you haven't learned.
Oh.
So recently you haven't learned anything.
I mean, I've been heavily invested in school. I don't seem like it because I just do it on my own time or whatever, but I'm still learning a lot.
Yeah, how did you do on your final if you're so invested in school?
I failed.
Oh, there you go. That's great investment.
Yep.
And how about you yourself there? How are you adjusting to the online learning that we're doing here in Michigan?
I get it all done in like 2 days.
But are you doing like every single subject, or is it just like basically blow off bullshit that they're giving you?
No, I do every single subject.
But I mean, are you learning anything?
Yeah.
Like
It just
what?
goes
Like
to
what?
show that she
Like
could
what?
do class in 2 hours a week and be done.
Instead of being 8 hours a day.
They got to drag it all out for the dum-dums.
But that's not something new that we didn't know about school before.
Yeah, probably the only difference is you're missing out on all the catty bullshit that you put up with.
True.
And even that you get from the neighborhood kids.
Shut
Then
up.
make sure you don't miss anything.
Well, clearly the extended lockdown in Michigan hasn't affected Michiganders very much because on my way home, I've still worked. The Swan has still worked. We're not lucky enough to not work, I guess.
No, but we go directly from work to home. And don't meander about.
Well, on my drive home from work, everybody was out. There is a drive up, like a root beer stand in the town that I work in. I was driving by. It was completely packed. So packed that actually the parking area that is not under the awning where you get your food, was also packed. There were several, they're not motorcycle gangs, but out on rides, groups of motorcyclists of like 15 to 20 motorcyclists. I saw many of those driving by, several different groups. And it was the same when I drove into town here. People out kayaking, people out picnicking, all sitting around together. And so clearly you can't even tell that anything's going on in any type of stay home, stay safe here in Michigan.
I could use a cold root beer from the root beer stand. That sounds nice.
With the side of coronavirus?
Or a chili cheese dog.
No, I just want the root beer in a nice chilled mug. That sounds nice. Some small town living, some quiet, discreet Friday night root beer stand, John's with your buds.
With all of them who are probably inbred, hacking on each other, bumming smokes from each other.
You can still
talking
have
about
fun if
smoking
you're
meth.
inbred.
Nothing says Ludman like fucking your cousin.
Well, I'm sure there's something else. I'm sure that's not true.
We've also been watching a lot of television.
I do that already, but yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say my television habits probably are exactly the same.
Except that you've got more options.
Because of Disney Plus, yeah.
Well, not only Disney Plus, now we've got the quote
Don't
Apple
mention-
TV.
no,
Is
I'm
there
not gonna watch
anything
that.
worth watching on Apple TV?
Defending Jacob.
Not to my knowledge.
We did. That's pretty good.
It's pretty
Swoops
good.
and I watched that.
But definitely Apple TV's not anything that's worth spending money on. No offense, Apple TV. I do love all of your products, like I'm using a Mac, and I do have an iPhone, but I gotta say, there's not much point in having Apple TV as far as I can tell. You got a lot of big stars doing shows on there. Doesn't look like there's anything too good.
No. But, like, I don't know. My usual routine of the apartment is that because I lived alone, I could literally just do whatever. So I was very productive in getting a lot of things done. But then also sometimes I would just watch TV for 8 hours because I had no one to do anything with or anything to do because school was like twice a week.
Did you literally do that the day that Disney Plus came out?
Yeah.
And you watched it on your phone?
Yeah, I just watched it on my phone because I couldn't get it on the TV.
I can just
at
imagine
first.
him falling asleep with a phone falling on his face, and then he'd wake up and be like, "Oh."
It's like
Watch-
when you
then
read.
he'd watch some more TV.
It's
and
like
then
when
fall
you read
asleep.
a really good book and you put the book on your face and fall asleep. Except the phone was on my face, and then I just woke up and resumed to lift the phone off my face.
You
and
just
keep
get like
going.
grease marks over your your little television screen. That
But-
sounds disgusting.
Well, living alone, that's pretty much. There's nothing else to do. I went grocery shopping like once a week, but in the before times. And then I would make sure everything in the apartment was super clean, and I had all my work I had to do done.
It's still
But-
like BC.
I was
Before
just thinking that
coronavirus.
before Corona.
Oh dear.
Coronavirus.
Oh dear.
Well, I think it's no. I have said that there is no. Obviously, there's no doubt that I like television, and I've been thinking about my life a lot recently, and it's kind of disappointing and boring. Not you guys.
No, yeah, I'm sure.
Uh,
I get told I'm boring all the time.
You are.
So, whatever.
Yeah, but
I'm
I'm
not
not
funny.
your lead. But I'm not the one telling you that.
You say
all
I'm
the
not
time.
funny.
You aren't
That's
funny.
different
It's
from
true.
me.
you can be not funny and exciting.
And
Yeah,
interesting.
like me.
I don't tell you you're boring. I'm sure your daughter tells you that.
What? I just say you don't do stuff with me because you don't.
Harsh. I asked you to work out.
That's not
I asked
fun.
you to go running with me.
Ooh, all
Oh my
gross things.
goodness.
I
that
asked you to walk the dog with me.
All that one's fine.
That one's
but
not that bad, but still, I don't
But
want to be
then why
caught
didn't you do it
walking
then?
around the neighborhood with my mother.
Yeah,
You're
because
grounded.
the neighborhood kids
You're
don't
grounded.
bully you enough.
True.
Oh, she walks with her mom.
Are you
Cool
you're-
friend.
Just so you know, you can't get angry. Tell us to go fuck ourselves. Stand up and storm out of the room.
Yeah,
I
you
can.
can't do that.
I can if I want to.
You could do that, but it wouldn't be a very good podcast if you did that.
It would be kind of funny though.
Well, anyway, I've been thinking about my life a lot, and sometimes I daydream about how I would like it to be. because it's very boring. I would like it to be like a sitcom, but I want to take sitcom situations from different things. For example, name which sitcom do you like the best there, daughter?
I don't know.
You don't know
You have
what
a
sitcoms do you
vast
watch?
array of them that you watch.
She's gonna say something terrible.
The Office.
Okay, The Office. All right. Why is The Office good? Because there's a bunch of people that interact in a small area, which is The Office, right? So they're all either friends, nemesis, whatever. They have zany situations. Wouldn't it be cool to go to work and actually enjoy work or have zany stuff or crazy stuff happen at work?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. But people are so petty in real life that can't even happen because someone gets butthurt for no reason or writes you up because you're inappropriate.
Okay, well, that would be The Office also.
Right.
That happens with Dwight. Dwight does it all the time. Have you seen the show?
Yes, I have.
Okay, do you know anything about it?
Yes,
She's
I
like,
have.
oh, I
clearly
was
you
thinking
don't.
about another thing. I was thinking about Happy Days. That's what she's.
Shut up.
Oh.
Clearly, it doesn't sound like you know much about The Office.
Yes, I do.
Name one actor.
Name one other
Michael.
character.
That's
That's
not
not an actor.
Steve Carell.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ah.
Yeah.
So again, I think it would be fun to have a completely inappropriate boss.
That's what she said.
He makes me uncomfortable.
That's the
That's
point.
what she said.
Exactly.
That's exactly what she said.
I know.
Well, that's the point. You're supposed to feel all cringy when you watch the show and say, "Ooh, what's he gonna do?"
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Sure, more fun than my current situation. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what we're saying.
Shut it.
I don't know. I think I've only had one office job, and my boss there was like one of the worst bosses I've ever had. But I would probably still prefer Michael Scott as my terrible boss over the boss I did have, because at least he's funny.
Was your boss more like the guy on Office Space?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I have to though.
I'm gonna get you. I need you have those forms done by this weekend.
I've seen like clips and stuff from it. I have to watch the actual movie.
I'm surprised you've never seen Office Space. That's a classic.
Yeah, but my boss was like one of those. He wasn't actually your friend, but that's how he talked to you, so that you would be productive.
I hate those kind of people.
And it just didn't work on
Hey,
me.
brah, what you doing this weekend?
That's exactly how it was. Except he was Indian.
Hey,
So.
brah, what do you what do this weekend?
Except I don't know. It was so stupid, but it was that situation.
You're like Hispanic. Would you like to go get some sort of chimichango with me? You'll be getting some churros this weekend. You guys get churro on weekend every weekend, right?
They've got a taco truck in the parking lot. Is that your cousin? What's the deal?
You're all related, aren't you?
But yeah, so that was the kind of boss I had. But it was that thing where a lot of people talk about where their boss leaves the office for like a month to go on vacation, and then work is just very good and incredibly productive, and then they come back and everything is terrible again and nobody gets any work done.
Well, that's one of those drudgeries of life, though, where people are like, God, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, that was the worst. So I don't have anything against office jobs, but that one was very bad.
Well, you look at the other movies, or the other TV shows, right, where it's situated around a work environment. The other one, I don't think that one would be bad. It's just the job would be silly. I mean, boring. Because they're having so much fun because their job is clearly fucking boring.
Yeah.
So they have to make up stuff to do. If I would look at one that'd be another focused job one, like Scrubs would be okay, but that would be extremely stressful.
Yeah.
Because
But it would be
they
more
are,
fun.
after all, doctors and nurses.
Yeah,
Well,
but it
that's not
still would
like
be more
the-
fun than the current medical profession job.
Well, it would be more fun than thermo. But, you know, the reason why I always said that Scrubs was the most realistic medical show on television was because that is actually what it was like in the emergency room where I worked. We had lots of fun. Yeah, I mean, people were, like, dying.
Oh.
People were, like, dying and had horrible diseases. And so,
Yeah, but you had to joke about it to make it fun and not horrible.
Mom's joking about
Yeah,
How that
you
old
do.
bitch is
That's
dead.
how you deal with it.
well, you didn't joke about it to the family.
We're so sorry. She passed away peacefully in her sleep. Not much in her wallet, though.
Hi-oh.
What?
No, we didn't do that. No, I mean, you had to have a fun relationship with other people because you were dependent on other people. And so everybody was always kidding with each other. Everybody was making fun of each other. We would make fun of the doctors. They'd attempt to make fun of us. Sometimes you'd have people that were grouchy and sucked ass, but that was rare until you got them used to being that way, and then it was fun. Or you get the new residents. It was fun to pick on the new residents. So if you look at work situation-wise, regarding what kind of sitcom life you would want to leave, that one would be okay, but I don't want the stressors. I don't want the actual stressors of having to worry about people dying, crashing, having a heart attack, having a stroke, all that other stuff. That's not
Okay,
fun.
so then what sitcom job life would you pick?
I'll get to it.
Okay, well,
Right.
I'm
I'm
just
going
Got
through
built
them.
it
Okay,
up.
go ahead.
Got built
Carry
it
on.
up.
Now,
Daughter. I thought
daughter,
you were
have
doing it
you-
in a British accent.
have you listened? Have
sorry.
you seen Scrubs at all?
What?
Have you seen Scrubs?
No.
You're gonna have to start watching Scrubs.
That's a long,
Well, you didn't say you have to watch all of them at once.
Oh.
No, but we lent them to Grandma and Grandpa,
They're not
so
gonna
we're
watch
gonna have to
those.
It's a
get them back.
stupid
I just
choice.
thought they would
I
think it
stand
would
by
be
that. That was a
funny, and they're
stupid
short and
choice.
funny. So
It's like General Hospital,
No.
right?
Yeah. Sorta.
Well, there's
I
way
mean,
more
kinda.
sexual innuendo in the soap operas my mother watches, which she
Right.
doesn't find that she doesn't find it inappropriate, but she'll find movies and things like that inappropriate.
Yeah. Well.
They are definitely not fun to watch anything like that with. It's just immediately uncomfortable.
it's cringy.
It's kind of like watching stuff with Summer. She just gets up and throws a fit.
Yeah, because it's gross. I'll start crying in front of you. It's weird.
Cause you dumb.
No.
It's true.
No, if I was gonna pick work environment, I gotta go with Parks and Rec.
I'd
Yeah.
take it.
I would
That's
love
really
to have a boss like Ron Swanson. That would be the best. And I would love to have somebody who does all the work.
That's
That would be
me.
great.
No.
No. How do you do all the what work do you do?
And
What are you
like,
talking
if
about?
we're talking about like group projects, I do all the work. All of it.
Life
All
is a
the
group
time.
project. And
It's
you do
you're, yeah, but
nothing.
you're no Leslie Knope. You don't sit around and have a binder and
Well, no.
plan out your whole life. And I mean, the only thing that
could.
it would be similar between the two of you would be the fact that she's a hoarder.
I
and
am
is
not
a
a
slob.
hoarder. That is mom.
You're a slob.
Sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes?
Sometimes.
Look at your bathroom.
Oh,
I
And
just
your
throw my
hamper.
clothes
Who
in
puts
there.
That's
clean
nasty.
clothes in the hamper?
when I don't want to do them.
That's
It's better than
nasty.
putting them on the floor
No,
with
probably
dog
not,
hair.
actually.
Just put them in
Do
your
you
closet.
know anything about Parks and Rec? There's one.
Yeah, some. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is just
I watch it.
fucking embarrassing. Tell us something about it.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to. Ooh, my fingy. Name a character from Parks and Rec.
Ron
No,
Swanson.
you can't say
No,
that.
no.
We've already said
Leslie, no.
Leslie and
No,
Ron.
can't say no
Ben.
either.
Ben.
Ben what?
I don't know his last name, but it's
Oh.
You were about to say
Boyfriend.
Affleck.
Okay, well, who is Ben?
Leslie's boyfriend.
No, wrong.
False.
You're so
That
wrong.
is so
You're so
true.
fucking
False.
wrong.
False.
Who is he?
That is her husband.
Whatever.
Not her
It was her
boyfriend.
boyfriend at the time.
Well,
I haven't
at
watched
the
it
time.
recently.
At
In
what time?
2012.
At what time?
Whatever.
That
What?
was 8 years ago.
Oh, wow.
What does it mean when somebody says you're no Jim and Pam?
That's from The Office.
Oh, at least she knew that.
Oh.
Did you just really just go look like you're
I
taking
did.
flight?
Oh.
Like raised your hands. Oh, check it out, motherfucker.
In the grand scheme, none of this matters, Mom. Please focus on the important. People are dying in the world, and you're.
And you're joking about it.
All right, let me ask you this question then. Great understander and all-knowing person in regards to Parks and Rec trivia. That's a good question. Name the small horse.
Ooh. I do.
Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, I do. He died.
Oh,
But I don't-
no. Spoilers.
Ooh. Spoiler alert. Oh. I don't remember.
Can you sing some of the song when he died? His tribute song?
No, but that would give me his name, but I don't remember it.
So what you're saying is you don't really know anything about Parks and Rec.
What is the horse's name?
You don't need to know. Watch the show.
If you'd watch the show, have you seen that? You've not even seen all the episodes.
No, I don't know. Randomly, probably some parts of them. Oh, what's the horse's name?
Have you seen? How many times have you seen it all the way through? Summer.
Just
Ah,
once.
this is the daughter, rather.
Just
Just once. Oh, amateur.
Trivia.
That's my go-to show, man. If I got nothing else to watch and I got some time to kill, I'll actually watch that show. I want my life to be like that. I actually thought that if I would have got that job with the health department, which they did offer to me, and I foolishly took the one that I got now, I should have taken that one because I was like, you know what? I could get this job. It's a government
You'd have
job.
been really busy right now.
And eventually, I could have transferred to Parks and Rec.
Hmm. What's
But the parks
girl's
here
name?
suck.
What are you talking about? The parks here are awesome.
No, they're not.
This is one of the greatest states in the country for parks.
I mean,
That is true.
local parks around here suck.
How would you know? The only parks you know are virtual parks that you look at on your freaking, whatever you call it,
This
your
is
Switch.
false.
Does
Google
Pokemon
Maps.
Go?
Or Pokemon Go.
Everybody
whatever.
played Pokemon Go. I don't know why.
I didn't play Pokemon Go.
I didn't play
In the
Pokemon
summer
Go.
of 2016, everybody played
I didn't play
Pokemon.
I
I didn't
didn't
play it.
Everybody cool played Pokemon
I'm
Go.
cooler than
I feel like
you.
that's not true. I don't feel like everybody.
Summer,
cool
if
played
you're
it.
cooler than me, then why did I have more friends in high school than you've ever had in your life?
Because
'Cause
the
you're
quantity
weird.
doesn't match up to quality.
Okay,
what
so-
quality do you have?
Yeah, show me one
Yeah,
quality
what,
friend.
Show us a quality friend that you got.
Uh,
No, let's hear it. No,
I
let's
got
hear what-
Grace, and then I got this friend named Macy, and then
It
no,
must be a
different
it
Macy.
must be a
different Macy.
That was it? That was your
That's-
quality?
That's
I
about
got
it.
quality friends. And
man.
are your friends? I've asked this before. Are your friends in this room with us right now?
No.
Are they in your brain?
Are they in your head?
I mean, they're on my mind right now, but like they're not in my brain.
So what you're saying is
They are
gay.
not
You're
imaginary.
gay for your friends.
What? No. What?
You're homosexual.
Oh, you're stupid.
What about a zany neighbor type? We don't even know our neighbors. I mean, we sort of do.
Yeah, we do.
We know.
We know
two of our
Adam.
neighbors.
I don't.
I introduced myself to the people on the right side of us, and they
seem
basically
weird.
Are weird.
They seem really
and
weird.
I don't even know who lives there. Are they old or are they
I don't
young?
know.
There,
swear
I don't
we
know.
see
I
old
feel like it's
people
like some
there
sort
and
of
we see-
babysitting business or something. You see new kids there like every day.
I feel
New
it's like
kids
the
on the
grandparents
block.
that watch their children a lot, but I don't really know that for sure. But
I have never
don't know.
introduced myself to them, and I feel like the window of opportunity to do so is
Yeah, I'm
long
not.
gone by
I don't
because I
really
think
care.
they've been there for like over a year.
Oh, well over. Probably at least 3 or 4. 3 years.
No,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
not right.
At least
No.
3 years.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
we already established that I'm a bad neighbor, and I don't introduce myself to
They
them.
play the banjo, and they camp outside in a tent.
Why do you know that they play the band?
Because
I
they
don't-
play it
because
outside.
They do.
You
They
can
play
hear
it
it.
outside.
They
You can
do?
hear it.
Yeah, have you seen that? Sometimes I'll go sit out there and play my guitar, and then we'll do dueling banjo back and forth.
That's so weird.
No, it's not true, you idiot.
My experience of living in an apartment complex, your neighbors don't matter. You don't gotta talk to them. Please do not touch me. I'm not kidding.
Stop picking your fingers.
He's
Yeah,
been
I'm
playing
not
with his hair for the past
I
5
know.
minutes.
It's driving me
Yeah, because
crazy.
it's greasy.
Well, maybe you
didn't
should
shower
bathe once
yet.
a year.
I bathe once a
You're
day,
nasty.
so that's
I
stupid.
bathe once a week.
Yeah, Summer doesn't even
Girl.
bathe. I bathe every
Yeah, but I
day.
don't stink.
Didn't Skylar used to pull his hair out?
That's so weird.
Yes,
Used
he did.
to.
Yes.
You've had so many bad habits.
I'm
Remember when he used
stressed.
to do this like
Disgusting.
whatever thing when he would?
No, here we go. He would do this. He would go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look, what do you want
Knock
me
it
to
off.
say? What do you want me to say?
That's
I
what he
have
would go.
mental
He would go.
health
He would go.
issues. What do you want me to say?
He
I-
wanted to be retarded.
That's what they say. That's what we're at. We're like, are you trying to be like mentally handicapped? Because you're clearly not. But you have like all these weird things that you do.
Bites his nails. Picks his
I don't bite
fingers.
my nails.
You
Ever
just
used
like to
to.
point
For the
out- I
past
haven't
month and a
been-
half. For the past month and a half.
I
he's
haven't
not
bitten my
been-
nails in 5 months.
It makes me anxious
Then why
when
are they
people
so
bite their
short?
nails.
Because I cut them incredibly.
Why
Why
would
do you
cut them
cut them that
That's not
short? Doesn't
healthy
that
for your
hurt?
nails.
It doesn't hurt.
That hurts me. If I cut them too short, it'll like start like growing over.
Well, the good news for you, they're not your fingernails.
I'm gonna bite them
dumbass.
off.
My thingy.
My finger.
What's that from?
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
God.
god. Oh jeez.
I think that guy wants to hunt me.
That's a good one. What's that, Boo Boo Bear? Hey, Boo Boo Bear. Tommy's good.
How retarded.
No,
What size
right?
are you? How fast can you run? Are you free this weekend? I think that guy wants to hunt me.
It's funny because the swan's just looking at us going, what the fuck are you talking about?
Is it from 30 Rock?
Oh my
I
god!
don't even know what it's
no.
from. Because I
No.
don't sit there and watch TV all the time.
30
You
Rock's a
should.
good one. I would take that work situation.
Yeah.
Nah.
How realistic do you
so
think
wait,
that would be
back
on
to
set?
The Office. Or no, not The Office. Parks and Rec. Who's the girl that's... Her boyfriend is Chris Pratt.
That's Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, well,
Her
whatever.
name's April.
I want her to be my friend.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, she's too cool for both of you.
She's not cool.
She's
She's
cool.
she's wannabe cool.
Mm,
She's not cool. The coolest one is Ron Swanson. He's the
I'd argue
coolest.
Andy's the coolest.
Andy is
yeah,
the
I'll take
funniest.
Andy.
Andy would be the best friend to have. Ron's the dependable one. I mean, if you needed something, he would begrudgingly do it, but he'd still do it. And plus,
he
if
likes
you had a friend
bacon.
if you had a friend like Ron at the end of the world, that's whose house I'm going to.
Right?
He's gonna have food. He's gonna have gold. He's gonna have guns.
You do have a friend like Ron. You have a friend, Ron.
You can't compare the Rons. No offense, Rons, when you listen to this. You can't compare the Rons to Ron Swanson. They are so not the same.
Their first names
They
are spelled the
both say
same.
cringy things sometimes.
What does Ron Swanson say that's cringy?
Well, he's
Nothing.
just kind of.
You don't even know the
She
show.
Yeah, you don't even know who it is.
Like,
She
I
don't
do
know what
know
she's
who it
talking about.
is.
I do.
I do. Use your British accent or you can leave.
No, leave me alone.
You're grounded.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Since you want to keep going back to
No,
Parks and
I don't
Rec.
want to go back to it anymore.
No, you
I'm
say
done.
that he
It's
says
too
I'm
late.
cringy things.
It's too late.
I want to know. Answer me this. What is the name of his first wife?
I don't know.
No.
Okay, what's the name of his second wife?
I don't know. I don't know.
How about the name of his mom?
I still don't even know the name of the horse.
No.
And no one's going to tell me just because you're all a-holes.
You know
You
what?
gotta
F
go.
you all.
Fuck you guys.
I'm going to get up and leave right now. I'm going to my room.
The show is like 11 years old. If it's anything you could look up now.
I don't have my phone right now.
Convenient.
It's my true best friend, and y'all are stupid.
All right, so 30 Rock then. Let me ask you this question.
Since you said you watched it all.
I have watched that all.
I have. I did. I really
did.
did.
I did.
How realistic do you think that would be going into the industry you're going into? Do you think it would be that crazy and that fun?
I don't know. I want to think that it is. I've heard stories that, because it just depends on the set, like a Marvel movie probably wouldn't be anything like that. But like a very low budget production where it's just like a group of like 20 people or less, probably. Unfortunately, I will not find out for quite some time. Thank you, coronavirus.
Is it the coronavirus's fault that it exists?
Yes.
I mean, kind of. That's a philosophical question. Is it my own fault that I exist? No.
No.
No. But
Yet here we are.
here I am.
Here we are.
Jobless, living in my parents' basement at 22 with
You're
no
not living
money.
in a basement. That would be your bedroom.
It's a
It
basement.
is in
It
the
is
basement.
not a
It
basement.
is in the sub
Whatever.
level of the house.
A member of the brown community.
Yeah.
The widely oppressed brown
The
community.
brown community, all of us brown people, and Pinky.
That's harsh.
You said you didn't want to be white, so now you can be Pinky.
Yeah, like a naked
okay.
mole rat.
Yeah.
That'd be a good sitcom. My Mom, the Naked Mole Rat.
Did you guys ever watch, you guys don't know anything about Tool Time.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, I do, but I didn't watch it.
Tim had a neighbor. It would be fun to have a neighbor like that, who's like smart, but they only ever saw like from the nose up.
Yeah, I remember that show.
And that's all you saw of him above the fence. But he was like super smart and gave him a good advice. I'd rather have a crazy neighbor. Like
Rocco.
Rocco.
He's got crazy neighbors.
No,
The
I mean
frogs.
like on Seinfeld. Kramer. Kramer would be a good neighbor.
Until he does a stand-up comedy act where he says the N-word.
Where he's got I thought he was anti-Semitic.
I don't know. It's both. I think.
Whatever.
But he definitely said the N-word in one. I've seen it. It's not good. He did it at the Laugh Factory, which is in a predominantly black audience.
Oh.
Was it black and brown or just black?
I don't know. It's in the before times again, before we were referred to as brown, so it could be black and Hispanic people, but who knows?
Well, if I'm going to keep getting referred to as brown, I want them to change the demographic questions that they have on all the questionnaires that they give you and all the government forms that they have. Because you can be Hispanic for your ethnicity, but then when it asks you what race you are, the only option you have is like white.
Asian, Caucasian,
I put Eskimo.
Well, white is Caucasian.
black, African American, black. Sorry, I didn't pay
wow.
attention.
I'm gonna
Shut
get
up.
canceled.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Pacific Islander.
What?
That's
Yeah,
a question.
It's like Alaskan,
Alaskan,
Native or Native American.
Eskimo.
Yeah.
And that's a race
Or
over
Pacific
brown
Islander.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 Yeah, so I want if they're going to keep doing this, then I want the option to check brown. I want brown out there.
What about the Indian people? What box do they check?
Native
Red.
American.
No, not those kind of Indian.
Other.
Other? Yeah.
Yep.
You can just
I
check
think
other.
I'm going to start checking other. Because now I'm getting pissed. All these years, I've always been pissed about that question in the first place. I'm like, well, I guess my bottom half is going to be white, and the upper half is just going to be ethnic.
I mean, usually, because you wear a bathing suit when you go outside, your bottom is white.
It's my bottom half. I didn't just say my bottom.
Yeah, but half of your bottom is white.
Why would half of my bottom be white?
At the
whole
very
thing?
least, half of your bottom is white.
You're like, either, I don't know anatomy.
Speaking from
don't know
personal
anatomy.
experience, as a brown male, my
With a white bottom.
my bottom is white.
I don't know that you can be classified as a brown person.
I don't
know.
really identify
Actually, you
as a
can
brown
probably.
person.
You can. Oh.
But I mean, like on forms and stuff, I do. I don't want to lie. I mean, I guess I don't know.
So you're ashamed to be brown.
Not ashamed to be brown, but like, do I display any qualities of being?
You're
a
more
Hispanic
brown than your
male?
sister is.
Yeah, but I get more Spanish asking questions.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Not anymore. You don't.
What? Just bigots in your school ask you stupid questions? Is
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Make me a taco. Summer. No, nobody says that to you.
No, but they like ask me all the time when we do Spanish. They're like, "Hey, Summer, what does this mean? Do you know this sentence? Will you tell me what to write on my
Probably
essay?"
because they think
Maybe they
that you
just think
can
you're
speak.
smart,
Yeah,
stupid.
they just think that she's in my class. Maybe she knows the answer.
You don't look brown. You don't look like you're a
You
brown
look-
But everybody
person.
knows I'm Mexican.
Are you though?
No. Maybe if you walked around being like,
Stop saying her name, you dumbass. Now I'm gonna have to go through and edit it. You've already said it twice.
how do I know that we're not supposed to say her name?
Well, how?
Well, we do refer to her as the daughter.
She's not my daughter.
So like
She can be
30
Baby
minutes.
Swan.
I don't understand.
What don't you understand?
That she's not my daughter. Why would I call her
Call me
daughter?
Baby
You can call
Swan.
her the daughter. That's her title. Is the daughter.
Fine. I will call her bitch.
No,
That
that's
is
not
her
cool either.
nickname. Okay, fine. Baby bitch instead of Baby Swan.
That's mean.
Well, fine. Teenage. Teenage wart.
What?
You're now teenage wart.
That doesn't
make
sound
sense.
right at all. That sounds like a sexually transmitted infection in teenagers.
That's how I feel about her.
What
was that, wart?
That's weird.
All I'm saying is I want fun friends. I want the buddy movie.
You don't have any friends. So,
Oh,
Oh,
well,
got
I'm
him.
just
cut
saying.
that out.
No, but
So
if we
you're going
spend-
to get new friends?
If we spend how many hours a week at work do we spend at work? So
40 or
you spend
more.
40. I spend like what 36.
Mm-hmm.
I have no friends.
Yeah, you're in a
What's
position.
not? Are you laughing? It's not funny.
Yeah, you're in a weird
I mean, you
position
can
that
make
you can't have
friends.
friends.
No,
you
I
can't.
can't.
Why
He-
not?
His position does not allow him to be friends with his coworkers.
Why?
Because
There's a hierarchy, and he cannot be friends with his people who work for him. That
That's
doesn't.
weird.
It just doesn't.
it's a respect thing.
It's not weird.
Well, I don't get it, so it's weird to me.
You've
Well,
never
I
had a
understand.
job.
It's not. That's why it's not fun.
Would you be friends with your teacher?
I am
I
friends
would.
with my teachers.
I
No,
am
you're
not- no.
You're not friends with.
Well, I wouldn't
She's
go out with
friendly-
them, but
right?
I'm, like,
Exactly. So that's
That's
what
Friendly,
we're
you are
saying.
friendly with, but you are not friends with them.
Okay.
because they're your teacher. So you can't tell them all of your bad habits or things or whatever or your personal things because that's a different relationship. Just like he can't.
So you can't be friends with anybody that you work with?
The people that I could be friends with are the other providers, but they don't work when I work.
Oh.
They work the
They
opposite
work
shift.
opposite shifts and in other offices, so I don't even see them. So that's what I'm saying. It's a very lonely position. So if I was in an office that had multiple providers working at the same time, then that would be fine, but I don't. It's usually me by myself, or me and the boss might be working, but we're both busy, and it's not like I'm going to go hang out with my boss, because again, he's my boss, so it wouldn't be the same thing. I couldn't have an actual friend relationship with my boss. I mean, I can't sit there and rip on stuff and say, man, this sucks because of this bullshit. And he's like, wait a minute, this is my company. I'm like, oh, never mind.
hey, the vending machine really needs to stock better snacks. He's like, I handpicked all those snacks myself.
I don't think it would be that minimal. I mean, we don't have a vending machine. Anyway.
Oh, wow.
But no, that's why it's a crappy. That's another aspect of it that's crappy. If you really wanted to have a social life or meet people, you can't do that. It's not
and
like,
you can't be friends with your
and
patients.
you can't be friends with your
Yeah,
patients.
I mean,
Yeah, because they suck.
Well,
no, it's just inappropriate
It's one of the
relationship.
conversations
You
you
have
have.
friends with your patients.
Ooh, called out. Called out. What do you have to say?
I got nothing to say.
Oh,
got
that
nothing
means
to
it's
say.
true.
The only way you can be friends with your patients is if you were friends with them first, and then they became patients, which I usually usually do not advise people to do that.
Yeah, it's a conflict of interest.
Well, I've had plenty of people that I've known that are like, "Can I come see you at your office?" I'm like, "I really prefer that you don't."
Yeah, I want to stick my finger up your butt.
I've had
Like,
to do that.
Huh?
I mean,
I've
that's
had to
part
do
of
that.
exams.
Actually,
I
now
know.
that I think about it,
Why did
You
Mom
have
just
had
say
that
to
experience.
us?
two.
Yes.
I've had to stick my finger in the butt of
I know who,
two of my
I know who
patients.
they are as well. So, yes.
In a clinical setting, you idiot.
Well,
Not at
preface
home.
with that, all I hear is, I'm sticking my finger up these people's butts.
I already prefaced it by saying they came to me as patients, you dumbass.
Well, don't get
Well,
angry.
he needs practice, so if you want to bend over, he'll check yours too.
Oh.
Now, why would I do that to my child? I'll go to jail.
Also, I'm not even in the age of risk, so I'm fine. It's like reading the owner's manual. Do not get your anus touched until a certain age.
my point is, it's a very lonely profession. I don't like that aspect of it. Can't have any friends. Can't be friend. I'm around people all day, but I can't be friends with anybody.
It's like a ghost.
And that's why I'm saying it would be more fun. That's why I sit there and think about my life and go, I really wish my life was like this instead. Which is also why I have this hobby here of podcasting. And obviously it's harder now because we have to do everything remotely. And, it's fun podcasting with you guys, but I have to say that honestly, I miss podcasting with the Rons
Yeah, well,
in person.
What do you have to talk about when the world stands still? Which, except if you want to talk about the dummies that don't take it seriously.
Well, no, and then when I think about the Rons, obviously he likes to be out and about and meeting people and talking to people, even though he's pretty socially awkward, which is kind of funny.
But he doesn't think he is, I don't think.
No, he does.
He does?
He does, but it's another thing about, well, what does he have to talk about right now when he's isolated at home? Is he having conversations with a refrigerator?
Right.
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, going up to the refrigerator, he's like, "You come here often?" I'm just going to open you up and put myself in here, put my hand in you.
What do you got to offer? Ooh, girl, you big. Ooh, you cold. Put on a sweater. Just walks upstairs. He's putting a sweater on the fridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Dad, what are you doing?
and of course, our long-term plans were to interview people also, and that would get us more interaction with other people and be able to do things that are fun and enjoyable. We have what, I don't know, almost like 80 episodes between Beaveman and the Doc, Beaveman and the Daughter, and now the new Slaptail Squad. So that's a lot of hours. That's more talking than I've done in casual conversation with anybody that I actually know on a first-hand basis probably my entire life. I've probably not talked that much my entire life, but I have on the hours of the podcast. So that's why the hindrance of the current pandemic, and for some reason Mark Maron keeps calling it the plague. I don't know why on his podcast.
Why not?
Why not? I guess. I think maybe it's easier to say than the pandemic, but
Corona plague.
it's truly not the plague. About anybody else? Anything that you guys would want to have television-wise in your life that would seem pretty cool? I mean, I'd take a talking dog too.
I mean, a steady job would be nice.
You want a steady? That's your only aspirations from some sort of a sitcom is to have a steady job.
I mean, they usually got steady job. I haven't ever had a job for a year, which is kind of weird, but
I feel like that's pretty common in your teen and early 20 going to college years, so it's not really
look
a
at the
big deal.
Facebook guy though.
the what?
The Facebook guy. Didn't he start his job at like 19?
No, he was in. What are you talking about? The guy who
Talking about
invented
Zuckerberg?
Facebook? No, he was in college, and he started it after he got kicked out.
He got kicked out of college?
Well, yeah.
You have to watch The Social Network.
Yeah,
man.
it's on Netflix. It's pretty.
I've
good.
never seen it either.
It's very good.
It's supposed to be
watched it.
good.
I
It's only
watched
been
it a
out for
couple
like
days ago.
8 years.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe longer. Who knows? Maybe less. I'm just speculating.
It's a 2010 film, I think. I watched
There
it
you
because I
go.
saw it. They put it on Netflix.
There you go. So there's your assignment. You have to watch Office Space,
Mhm.
which I highly recommend. You remember that movie, don't you, Swan?
Yes.
Don't lie.
I do.
What's it about?
I don't know.
I saw it on
about
the shelf
An
at
office.
Blockbuster.
Space. It's about an office in space.
They
There's
all,
a
they're all dead. They can't breathe.
swirling, time travel, stars, all that stuff.
Pretty much.
It's just a
No.
renamed Star Trek.
What are you thinking there? Or you
What?
want your life to be like Saved by the Bell? Probably don't even know what that is.
I don't know.
No, she wants her life
Oh, like
be
Glee.
straight.
She wants it like Glee.
High School Musical.
I
You
would
want to just
totally
be able to like
take
break
that.
into song all the time.
Yes. Can we start doing that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, and break into song right now.
Go ahead, harmonize.
Wait, with what? I don't have anything to harmonize
We'll
with.
start it out and
Yeah,
we'll
dummy.
come on in on
No,
now you
it
go.
sounds like-
No.
Sounds more like you're at the doctor's office.
Sounds like you got a finger in your butt.
That's not what it sounds like.
Feels like a train.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like
I don't
pooping
even
in
think,
reverse.
First of all, I don't even think I said that. I don't even think I
that.
said
You
that.
did say it. You said it like 18 times. Like at least.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I ain't gonna let no
We're talking
man
about
put his
when you
finger
had
up
your
my booty.
colonoscopy and you were on drugs and it hurt so bad that they had to discontinue your procedure and reschedule it. And all you kept saying was, I told them I was a bad patient. I told them to stop. I couldn't handle it. It felt like a train.
Train going up my butt.
Yep. They were trying
Well,
to
it is something going where no thing should go.
Whatever. All I know is that procedure has been canceled because of the pandemic. I can't say
plague.
that I'm sad or sorry that it was canceled. All I can say is it is now canceled.
Can't you just send them like a stool sample?
No, you can't
what
send them
starts
a,
the
that's-
project.
Yeah, you can't because I had a positive finding, even though they only went a little ways. So I can't just send them a stool sample. I have to have the test done. All fun, isn't it great? Isn't it grand to be older?
No.
No. What? It sounds like some really sadness going on out there. That's why I want a talking dog.
Yeah, she's sad. She's outside the door and
Don't
not
look at her.
part of the
Don't look at her.
Ohana.
I'm part of the Ohanas.
Ohana means family.
I'd take a dog like
Nobody left
Stitch.
behind. Yeah.
I would take a dog like Stitch.
It's not a dog.
Well, I know he's not a dog, but I'd take a dog. Like, I don't know. You know, in that movie, I don't know how they confused him for a dog in the first place.
I
Well,
don't
he's-
know.
He
He's got
looks like
ears.
more like a rat or a raccoon or
You
something.
look like a rat.
With his-
Oh,
Oh, I look just
oh
like you, dummy.
no.
Yeah, you look just like the swan.
No, I'm
Yeah,
cuter.
No.
No,
Yeah.
You're
no,
really not.
No, you're really not.
You know who you look like? Her mom.
That's what I said.
Stop saying
That's
that.
what, she looks.
You
exactly
do.
Like
No,
her,
I
especially-
don't.
Especially when she's got like messy hair. And what's really funny about that, if you think about it, so you wear what is it, a messy bun? Is that what they call it?
Yes.
Clearly, your grandma invented that, but not because she was stylish, just because she didn't know how to do her fucking hair.
No, it's because
Pile
she
it
has
to her fucking
arthritis
head.
so bad she can't reach her head. Like her.
She can't reach her head.
Her arms
Yeah.
don't
No,
bend
she has
that
to
way
bring her-
like, to
she
the
has to
back.
bring her
towards
head-
Yes,
She gotta bring
I'm
her
serious.
head to her hands.
There would be sometimes so bad that I'd have to put her hair up for her
I
because
wouldn't
her
touch
hands could
that.
not go back behind her head to reach her hair.
You just gotta bend over.
But doesn't she? Doesn't she already live with a bunch of little meth babies? Can't they do her hair for her?
I'm sure they can.
Well, then why? That's what's funny is the daughter looks just like her.
No, I
You
don't.
do. You really
Does.
do.
No,
Especially
I
when she
don't.
wears her
Glasses.
glasses, and then when she
It's-
squints.
It's the glasses and the
Looks just
messy
like-
hair.
At least they stay on her face now since they've been.
But the
adjusted.
swan looks just like her too. Especially
No, I don't see that.
as her face gets fatter, she looks just like her.
Oh.
As her ass gets higher up her back.
Oh,
Just
or,
like her.
or hilarious. Somebody.
Why don't you guys go fuck yourselves?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh dear.
That's all right. I'm not. It's not like I look great.
Facts.
If your mom can't lift her hands above her head, how does she have 2 children?
Huh?
Like, how does she have
Why
sex
does she
if
need
she
to
can't
lift
even
her
move
hands above her head, dummy?
Mom, it's
I
like
don't.
two
Wait a minute.
balls
I don't
trying
think.
to-
I don't think. Well, one, I don't think Skylar knows how sex works. If he thinks you have to be able to lift your hands above your head, I don't think he understands.
Isn't
how
it
it
like
works.
going down the
I don't
water
think he
slide?
understands. I don't think he understands how it works. That's not how it works.
I don't like this conversation.
Oh, it's funny. You should, because I don't understand why Skylar thinks you have to be able to lift your hands above your head to have sex.
I thought there was a test you had to pass before you could. So I assume lifting
Going
your
down
hand.
a water slide. What the hell?
I assume that they're just physical tests you have to pass beforehand, as such as being able to lift your hands above your head.
No.
I can remember being a teenager and guys were so dumb back then and they thought that if you weren't able to do a push-up, you wouldn't be able to have sex.
I don't
I
understand.
never heard that one before, but that's kind of silly.
That sounds like a Bellevue Hector roll over there to me.
Oh,
Well, that's-
well, you
that would be
probably do gotta
exactly
lift some
accurate.
stuff up over there. Like, there's some big girls
Oh.
in that town.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
What are you
Yeah, but you're not lifting
doing?
anything up in the push-up position except yourself.
Oh, maybe.
I
You
mean,
know how push-up works.
I do.
How
Not
does
only
sex
do you
work?
not know who the little horse is, but I don't think you know how a push-up works either.
Oh, I almost had the little horse's name and I totally forgot.
She didn't even defend.
Give me a
knowing
clue.
how
What
to
does
do
it
a
start
push-up.
with?
Fly, fly, little.
What does it start with?
No, they did not name him after the sound he makes.
Your 10,000 candles in the wind.
Yeah, no. You're all stupid and jerks.
F you all.
So why don't you explain how fat people having sex
Stop.
Yeah, tell me. How does it work, Summer?
Tell the story.
What were we even talking about?
We were watching the Voice, was it? Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, that show's
Oh,
full of fat
and
people.
there
It
was a guy, and he was
He was being all
Big.
sentimental and cute, but yes, he was very big,
And
apple
he's-
body shaped, and his
Shut up! You told me to tell the
Okay,
story.
Yeah.
Apple body shaped.
Well, hold on.
But if you let her tell the story, she'll repeat the
there
same
was
thing.
this
Yeah,
guy.
I will.
Anyway,
So I was in my room
He
and
was
I shut the
just-
door.
anyway,
He
he
said-
was
I wasn't
telling a
from
story
Detroit
about
either.
mom.
Anyway, so go ahead.
Okay,
Carry on.
Summer, go.
Anyway, there was this big guy, and he was talking about his wife, and they were probably the same size.
So if
And-
your mom was telling the story, if the guy was
He was
not
overweight.
black, if he was not black, we have to assume he was white because otherwise she's going to point out that the person was black.
Was he black?
He was not
No,
black.
he was not black.
Okay.
Anyway, so mom looks over at me while she's watching this like flashback story of the wife and his
Oh no.
husband or whatever.
Oh, no.
She looks at me and she goes, "How do you think they have sex? It's like two balls being squished together.
Well,
Two
Like,
big
Two
people."
balls are not able
Well,
to
then you
connect
would
together
assume
at
that
all.
they don't have sex.
I mean,
They
pretty
got
much.
kids, don't they?
Well,
Didn't they have one
probably-
kid?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think they have a kid.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Well, maybe it's an accident. He just tripped and fell into her and got lucky.
Call the paramedics.
My bad.
I'm stuck in my wife.
You get to a certain point, he's not going to know where his is either.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't even see it. So anyway,
Much like their feet.
Oh.
But again, the mere fact that they
Could he lift his arms?
exactly. I
above
was just
his
going to say he doesn't have to be able to lift his arms above his head.
Okay, well, they didn't tell us that in sex ed. They said just don't do it, which is a bad way of teaching because then everybody else in the class was like, you know that thing they told us not to do
Let's go do
that
it.
they said was a lot of fun? Let's do that.
Like it's like a water slide.
Whee!
You're like, I can't because I can't.
I was like, teacher, I have no tickets. How do I get into the theme park? There's no water slides over here. They're like, boy, you dumber than a cricket on an apple box.
What?
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 Clearly, you've already
that?
spent too much time in Georgia.
I mean, I did learn what an apple box is there, but that's not Georgia exclusive. That's a film term.
What's an apple box?
It's just a box.
With apples,
Apples?
in it?
No, it has no room to put anything in it.
Then what's the point of the box?
It's so you put stuff on it.
That's what apple crates used to look like.
Yeah, it's just an old.
That's just what they
term,
call it. They probably actually originally used apple crates.
I'm sure.
But you can put apples in an apple crate.
Yeah,
We
but
should take this time though to go ahead and let the daughter do one of her newest jokes. And if you try to steal this, we're going to track you down, and you're going to.
What's the deal?
They're
Shut
going
up! No, you can't say
They're
it.
going to brand you as a thief of jokes of small children. But this one was actually pretty good. So go ahead. Don't fuck it up. Wait, let's have your mom do it. No, I'm just kidding.
no.
What's the deal?
Shut
What's up with that?
What's the deal with peas? They're
They're
like
like
baby
baby
food
food
in
in
a
a
shell.
Hi-oh.
That was both of our jokes.
No,
'cause we
it's
said
not
it
because
the
I
same
said it
time.
first.
Same time.
No, I said
Yeah.
it at dinner.
We
Well-
hear that somewhere. I'd seriously be pissed if
I
You
would
probably
punch
stole
somebody
it.
in the face.
I'll
No,
tell
I
you right
didn't.
now, nobody steal that joke.
It's
It
like
was
that-
just a
Find it.
thought.
It's like the Halloween episode where you're like, I came up with this story, and then I texted Dad. I was like, I've heard that story 3,000 times.
Which story?
The one about the
Oh, the one
dog.
that she got wrong. The one that she got wrong. The one
You
that she got wrong.
texted Dad about that?
Yes, because I had heard it so many times. I was like,
I didn't
someone did
make
not
it
make.
up.
I was like, someone
didn't
botched
say I
that
made it
story.
I just didn't
I said I
understand
heard it
I'm
from
like,
camp.
why wouldn't this lady? I'm like, okay, yeah. Anyway,
I just heard it from camp and it freaked me out, okay? Jeez.
jeez.
Are
You
you
heard
gonna
about
ever
people
talk
who lived
about
in
what
the
kind of
walls?
sitcom you want your life to be?
What?
Are you gonna talk about what kind of sitcom you want your life to
What
be?
kind of sitcom do I want my life to be? What
Yeah.
character do I want?
Yeah.
How about what character do I want to
Sure,
be?
yeah.
I don't want to work too hard. I don't
So,
wanna work
Mom?
too
So
hard.
you want to be Michael from The Office? You don't work hard.
He also doesn't
He
make any
built a
money.
company from the ground up and sold it back to the other company. So,
He did.
yeah.
I would want to be
Well,
Dwight.
I mean, him and Pam.
You're talking about Jim.
No,
Michael
no.
didn't grow. What company are you talking
He made,
about?
what
He
was
made
it?
another paper
Wasn't
company.
it just Michael Scott Paper Company?
Oh, that
And they
right.
bought it
the
back.
Michael Scott Paper Company.
Yeah.
And they bought it back.
Yeah, I forgot that. That was pretty funny.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness,
No,
who
I
is
don't want to
touching
be.
my feet?
I don't want to be Michael Scott. I don't know who I want to be.
I would
I'm
be
thinking
Dwight.
you be Dwight.
Yes.
You're not smart enough.
But it'd be hilarious.
No, honestly, and of course the children don't know anything about this show. But if I was going to pick a character just off the top of my head who has a pretty cool job, I actually think I would pick the Tool Time guy. Was it Tim? The Tool
Tim
Man
Taylor?
Tim
Yeah.
Taylor. I think I would do that. That's a pretty sweet job
I
because it was a comedic. He had a comedic show. He didn't know anything. He always broke stuff.
Yeah.
And he had Al who would fix everything and who was the actual handyman who knew how to do everything.
What is this, Bob the Builder?
no.
Kind of.
This
No.
was
I don't
first.
know what it is.
This was, what do you call that when it's a show inside of a show?
I don't remember like the term. For
The premise of the show is this: Tim Allen
Mm-hmm.
is a TV personality, and he has a TV show called Tool Time. And
So
so
it's all about that.
no, just listen, shut the fuck up
Yeah.
while I'm telling the story.
You interrupted him.
You're learning. Are you like the young grasshopper of the Swan?
Okay, I've heard so many people call me a young
The
grasshopper, and I don't know
grasshopper
what
on
this
the
is
apple
from.
box.
That's the Swan. Do you know what that's from?
Karate Kid.
Oh my
No.
god!
No.
No.
What?
No, it's from Kung Fu.
Well, I was close. It was
It's
a
from
karate type
Benchwarmers.
movie.
Anyway.
Anyway.
No. So he has this show that's like a home improvement type show. You know what that means? Where they show you how to make stuff. So if you're going to make this cabinet, they'll show you how to make a cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're going to pour cement flooring, they'll show you how to do that. Well, he doesn't know how to do anything. He thinks he does. Like
But
he
it's
can,
his show. Yeah.
So he always fucks it up. But he's got a partner named Al, and he's the one who actually knows how to do everything. So if they're gonna like pour cement, like Al would pour cement as an example, and to get it all smoothed out, and then Tim would be like, "What happens if we do this?" And he might hit the lever, and then a bunch of cement would come out, and he'd fuck it all up.
Oh.
That's his show, but the show is inside of a show. They only show like little bits of that show, but the rest is about his life and all the dumb fucking shit he does in real life.
And he gets advice from his neighbor that you only see on the other side of the fence, like his eyeballs, and that's it.
And of course, he has like he's always doing something stupid, but he has a super patient wife who has to deal with his dumb shit all the time, and he's got 2 sort of normal kids. It's a pretty good show, but it's a show within a show. But he has a great job. So if I was gonna pick one, like, yeah, this is a great job. Is just he has a a small syndicated television show that he's the star of, and he makes a decent living, and he's got a funny work life, and he's got a funny home life.
I would like to go on record as a Kalamazoo resident and say I do not endorse Tim Allen in any way. That is all.
Doesn't he have an honorary doctorate from Western or an honorary
I think
master's from
so.
Western?
I don't know. He sold drugs there.
Well, on every episode of Tool Time, he wore a Michigan sweater. Like
Did he
not on
really?
every episode, but he'd have like Central, Eastern, Western, whatever.
Yeah, he got arrested for like selling cocaine and then ratted everybody else out.
Yeah, but he still served like 12 freaking years, though, didn't he?
I don't think it was that long.
He still served a shitload of time that was unnecessary to have to serve. I think any drug possession or drug selling, unless you're like some major kingpin,
I don't
probably
remember. I'd have
doesn't
to
need to
look
be a
it
shitload of time.
I don't remember. I have to look at. I don't think it was that
Not
long.
like he killed somebody.
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
You look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Who would you pick?
I don't know. I think I would pick like.
Pam.
She doesn't even know who that
She
is.
doesn't know who that is.
I do know who that is, but no, I think I would pick like a Vanna White job. Like,
What the fuck does
all
that
you-
have to do with sitcoms?
Well, that's not like a sitcom.
you know
but
Vanna
I
White
don't-
in that sitcom she's in with Pat Sajak?
He
But that would
spent
be
2 years
you're
in
asking.
prison.
I don't not a sitcom, but I think that would be a fun job. You do 2 days a week and make $1 million or more. She's worth tons of money.
Where's my cricket noise?
I'm done talking to y'all.
You done talking to us all?
I'm done talking to
He
y'all.
spent 2 years in jail.
2 years. That's still a long time for possession or selling small amounts of cocaine or whatever. in
It's
my
a
opinion.
small price to pay for becoming famous.
Yeah, whatever. Terry Crews is cooler.
Yeah, and he actually graduated from there.
And walked on to a football. He walked on to. He didn't have a football scholarship. He had a. Do you know what his scholarship was in?
It was for art.
It was for art.
He's a painter, I think.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Do you know who Terry Crews is?
Nope.
What?
Fuck.
Isn't he black?
He's the dad from Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody hate Chris.
He's also
I don't
the-
know people's names.
He also is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
He's also in White Chicks.
Yeah, he was very funny in that. He's in a lot of movies. He was in The Longest Yard. He's been in the Expendables.
Yeah.
Still don't know who he is.
I know who he is, but I don't know people by their names.
What a sad world we live in where not everybody just knows an actor's name and their whole filmography.
Well, it used to be that people would pity you if you didn't know like what the names of judges were and senators and all that other stuff. And now I look at it and be like, why the fuck do I need to know those fucking crooked assholes?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're far
anybody
better off
name.
knowing who actors are. I'm like, well, at least I know they're not trying to freaking rob us blind and take all of our money.
Except with love.
How about you there?
Babe
Potter.
Swan.
I don't know.
Oh no.
You're like, my life is pretty cool right now
No.
because basically I don't do anything except lay about and watch television.
I wouldn't be laughing, boy. That's you too.
I didn't say anything. I
Uh-huh.
laughed.
I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know. I start to like pity myself because I'm like, I don't have any friends.
I would probably be Alf from TV's sitcom Alf. He got to eat cats.
He didn't eat cats.
Yes, he did.
He did.
They always yelled at him, so I don't think he actually got to eat them.
Well, if you watch the cartoon, on his home planet, he ate cats. But yes, when he came to this planet, he did not get to eat cats anymore.
Right.
He still ate them.
Ugh.
Plus, his name is cool. Alf.
That's not his name.
What?
Yeah, what's his name? Swan.
I
What
don't
is
know.
it?
Fuck,
Alien
man.
Alfred.
What is it? Alien life form?
Yeah, that's what ALF stands for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name, to the listeners who are all going to be shouting at it, going, I know, when
Mm-hmm.
they listen to this episode, is Gordon Shumway.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Now that you say it.
I'm gonna call him
I don't
Alf.
remember names at all.
I don't know
Really bad.
things.
Gordon
don't know
Chumray
things.
sounds like an alien Gordon Ramsay.
That's what I was thinking.
It's raw!
Rocket and meat.
Where is the lamb sauce?
Anyway, my point is this. I feel like my work life is pretty boring. I feel like my social life is pretty boring. And I feel like my home life could be more interesting.
I don't know. We're already the pinnacle of entertainment. You got
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
podcasters you live with.
Who?
You got 2 funny ones.
Us. Yeah. You live with 3 podcasters and a dog. Isn't that what Ron's TV show pitch was? You're basically living Ron's TV pitch.
What was Ron's pitch? I don't even know what it was.
I don't know. Don't ask me to describe it. I don't know. Something about podcasts.
Something about podcasting. Well, this has been a really thrilling conversation with lots of input from you guys.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
See, you guys suck.
I would want to live in Parks and Rec's sitcom because I think about, I don't know, there's like 8,000 jobs I want to do besides film. Like I want to be a teacher eventually, which I think is actually a possibility. But also like I would be interested in local government or law enforcement, which are 2 things I'll probably never explore. But if I could pick one, I don't know, it's like Andy. He wanted to be a cop and then he didn't, because he just wasn't a good fit for it. I'm like, I feel like if I tried that, that's kind of how it'd go.
Yeah, but you're kind of going into, if you get to work in the industry that you want to be in, you can do anything you want to do from a, what do you call it, like from a fantasy aspect.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to make a show about cops, or if you wanted to make a short film about that and you wanted to start it, you just find people that you could use as your resources to make an accurate, whether it's, you know, a funny cop show or a serious one or whatever. You get to live into all that. That's what actors are. Actors are, not saying you're going to act or whatever, but actors are liars. They just, their whole life is a fantasy.
Yeah, just make pretend.
Of course, they also, there's probably plenty of them that don't actually have a real identity, which is sad.
I'd be a great actor. All I do is lie.
Oh.
Well, maybe you should become an actor then. I still think you'd be a pretty good stand-up comic.
I'm not funny.
You don't have to be funny to be a good stand-up comedian. You don't have to consider yourself funny, but you can tell stories. That's what's funny. Some of the really good comics, you know what they do, like the long game. In other words, there's some comics that just tell joke after joke after joke after joke, and some of them tell you a story and it doesn't get funny until they really hit you with it.
I don't got any stories like that.
No, it doesn't. Jesus. I'm not saying you have to have it right now. I'm just saying I think you'd be a pretty good stand-up comic.
Oh.
Yo.
Oh.
That is also something I would want to do, but I just don't know how that works.
I don't know.
I'll let you buy my pee joke.
I don't want it.
Pee joke's pretty good.
Joke.
Do you know that your brother used to do jokes when he was really little? He actually
From a
had this
joke book?
sheet. He actually had like this paper that he wrote out all these jokes on, and he would just do them rapid fire to people, and it was pretty funny.
I think I've heard about this.
I remember that. I typed them up in Microsoft Word and printed them out.
Recently?
No, like that's what I did. It's like
When you were really little, it was handwritten. You did it when you were really little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty funny.
You should start doing that again.
The only one I remember is a joke I didn't come up with that a classmate told me, which is
I don't think you didn't come up with any of them.
And none of them were.
But the only one
they were just cute jokes.
The only one I remember is the one that I didn't even come across naturally. It was the one a classmate told me when I was going around asking for jokes, and it was, "What did the pink bunny say to the blue bunny?"
What?
Why so blue? It's the only one I remember.
Where do fish keep their money?
In a riverbank. I
That's
got
the
that one
only
from a
one that
cheese stick.
That's the only one that I
From a
remember.
cheese stick.
Yeah, I got that one off a cheese stick wrapper.
That was the OG. The OG cheese.
You weren't even around.
I remember those.
You were probably not
I
even
have had
alive.
cheese sticks like that.
Or the horse walks into a bar, sits down at the bar, the bartender says, "Why the long face?"
My favorite one that usually takes people a few seconds to understand is a dyslexic man walks into a rab. That's my favorite one.
I don't get it.
Because he can't.
Not bar, he's dyslexic.
It's
The
dyslexic.
the whole thing is stupid. Here's why that joke is stupid. It's funny, but here's why it's stupid, because the dyslexic man would still be walking into a bar. He's not the one telling the joke.
Yeah.
Somebody else is telling the joke, so that's why it's not funny. It is, but it
That's
isn't.
what makes it funny. Duh.
Well, I know. I understand the concept.
That's my
I
favorite
know.
one.
You guys want to hear my favorite joke?
No,
Yeah,
it was the pea joke.
No, it was
The
it?
P joke is clever, and I think you should send it to Seinfeld and see if he'll take it.
I don't know who
Send
that
it to
is.
Highlights Kids Magazine.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, you could probably actually send it to like the TV Guide.
Right.
I don't know how many of those are getting sold anymore. What's your joke? Let's hear it.
All right. A
Don't
fish
fuck
walks
it up.
into a bar, right?
No, the fish didn't walk.
Exactly.
What?
That's my joke.
That was terrible.
I know.
That was the worst. Don't
Cracks
sigh like
me up every time.
Don't sigh like you've accomplished anything.
And now, from the Swan, let's hear a story.
I don't have any stories today.
Oh, can we hear the Aunt Mary story again?
No, we
The
cannot.
what?
Nope.
Oh, Skylar's never heard it. Can we hear it?
No. we're not-
Please?
no.
You tell her.
Please?
I don't want to tell a story.
No, it's funnier when she tells it.
But
Just
she
tell us
can't
a story about just a common situation.
No,
in
no,
your
no.
life.
Tell the
I
Aunt Mary
don't want to
story.
tell a story.
Tell the
No,
Aunt Mary
because you
story.
guys want to interrupt me. I don't
We
wanna.
won't. We
I
won't.
will
We
listen.
won't.
No.
Let's
I
listen.
will
No, just
quietly
tell us
listen.
a regular story.
No,
about
no, no,
just
no.
A day.
Tell the Aunt Mary story.
I don't want
Okay,
to.
for listeners, this is a repeat story. But go ahead. No, we're gonna wrap up the show with a story from the Swan.
We will,
No,
we're
so you guys are
listening.
And we won't interrupt.
listening.
You're
No,
going to
we're
interrupt
listening.
because
Please
you're
go
going to
ahead.
start out.
No,
When
please
I was a
listen.
kid, I lived in Detroit, and I'm going to say it 50,000 times. When I was a kid, I lived in Detroit, and every time you interrupt me, I'm going to start over again.
You were interrupting yourself.
No, I'm just practicing for when you
Go!
interrupt me. See, you interrupted
Summer,
me
stop.
just now. So, when I was a kid, and I lived in Detroit, I lived upstairs from my uncle who lived downstairs.
Hence,
and he
living
was
upstairs, downstairs. Who knows?
upstairs, downstairs.
Oh,
Yep,
is this
yep.
the Halloween story?
No, this is not the Halloween story. So, when my uncle was, before we lived there, he used to live upstairs. So we switched. So therefore, he used to live upstairs with his wife, who I never knew about because she died before I was born. But anyway, so I would always run up and down the stairs, and I would get yelled at by my mom because they're like, don't run up and down the stairs. There's a register at the end of the stairs. Because I would run up and down the stairs because I would feel like this presence was behind me. Or if I looked between or behind me, I would see this white figure in my peripheral vision. Anyway, see, you're messing it up. It's better when you interrupt it.
What?
So now you're just looking at me awfully and weird.
Oh.
So you probably should
Oh,
interrupt
no.
me.
She's forgotten the rest of her
I
story.
did forget the rest of my story.
I was just wondering how you can look behind you and look peripherally at the same time.
Well, like from the side vision.
Okay, but
peripheral
y'all
vision,
ever
but-
are in like a creepy basement and you turn off the light? And
Okay,
you run
we don't have
upstairs?
we don't have a creepy basement. First of all,
No,
so-
like friends' houses. Like
Why,
you're in a
what
We don't have
friends?
any
You don't
friends.
have any
Shut
friends.
up.
When is the
Like
last
Grace's
time
house,
you went to a
her
friend's
basement. She lives in the basement, and I go down the stairs.
Like Harry Potter under the stairs.
No, like she's got this big room, and then her room is in like it's like a living room kind of thing, but it's huge. And so I'll run down the stairs after using the bathroom, and I'll have to sprint to her room, and I'll like the door. It would be all like dark.
Why would you think that their house is creepy? It's not even an old house. Like,
It's
if
still
people
creepy.
died there, nobody's died there. I mean,
Yeah, but it's so creepy.
uh-huh.
Anyway, your story.
So back to my story. Anyway, so I would feel
Now,
this
where did you live? Were you upstairs or downstairs?
upstairs, living upstairs.
So
So,
this is-
after
But your uncle
Story.
used to. But your uncle used to
Yep,
live upstairs.
and after he died,
So this is boring.
No.
my parents rented out the house to this lady who lived downstairs. She was creepy, and
you
every
guys lived
time
upstairs.
we lived upstairs.
So they
Yep.
didn't rent out the house. They rented out a portion of the
I
house.
didn't even
It
know
was two.
Detroit
It was two
had
apartments. So
second
the lower
stories.
portion, the lower
Okay, well
apartment,
then you didn't rent out the house.
the apartment. So anyway, every time I would come down the stairs, the lady that lived downstairs would jump out and scare me and my sister. She would hide like down at the landing or out in the inside of her door. And every time we would come out, she'd say, "Boo, Aunt Mary." I'm like, what the fuck? This lady's crazy and used to scare the shit out of us. So
So
anyway,
So you killed her.
no.
and now she's dead.
And now she's dead.
When did you grow up? What year would this be? 19.
Probably in the 80s.
So you're telling-
1950.
So you're telling me this was a Scooby Doo villain?
That was
Oh.
She just took her mask
Yes.
off.
Yes.
Took her mask off.
So anyway, she moved out. My uncle moved back in downstairs.
You guys move
And
a
my
lot.
parents, yeah, we moved a lot. He moved back in. My dad took care of him, which there's another joke right there. But anyway,
Yeah, because your dad can't take care of himself.
right. So my uncle
Can
lived
he lift his arms above? his
downstairs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he did too many times.
Right. One too many times. Ew. So
They
anyway,
had sex.
when my uncle passed away, I had a dream.
He probably has to move his liver out of the way too, because it's so
Probably.
swollen from alcohol. So he has to
Probably.
move his liver.
Sandy.
So my
Oh,
uncle
look
passed
at
away, and I had a dream about this lady in white with black hair and a pale face who was
She can't
next
look
to
at
my
it. She's
uncle.
blind. She's blind from diabetes. She can't look at it.
No one wants to hear the story anyway. See? I'm not telling the story anyway. I'm done.
worry,
Story's
Bob.
over.
Don't worry,
F you all.
F you all, I'm leaving.
Don't worry, Bob. I got us some champagne at the dollar store. We can drink that first.
Use the plastic glasses. I'm not doing any damn dishes.
No,
I
they
got-
washed the plastic
I
glasses.
got 50 of these from the dollar store with a coupon.
And while I was there, I bought some stuff that now I can't find because I'm a hoarder for next Halloween.
I think the mom just jumped out. She admitted she's a hoarder.
Opers.
Opers. Poggers.
I bought you all this useless bullshit at the dollar store, and it's in this plastic bag.
placed
Please
I
take it
bought you
home.
this 12-year-old ornament from Dollar Tree.
It's My Little Pony.
They had to pay me to take it.
I know that you like My Little Pony. Here you go.
I know that you like things, so I got you the exact opposite of what you like.
Oh, I'm gonna eat this entire chocolate cake, but it's okay. I'll just turn up the insulin on my pump. Bob, get your liver out of my face.
I can't damn move it, Cindy.
It's too big.
Drag it on the
It's
floor.
too big. It's too big.
I hope you guys know that when I grow up and have kids, I'm gonna be doing this exact same thing. With
You're
them.
gonna be podcasting?
No, but I will be
That's really
making fun
bizarre.
of you guys just like this.
Do you think he was?
That's really silly. You know why that's gonna backfire on you?
Because you're cooler than me.
No, because I'll already be doing a podcast with your children making fun of you.
No, my children won't be
Do
allowed
you
to see
think
you on a
that-
regular basis.
Do you think that moms?
Because considering you're already turning inappropriate like a weird grandpa, so I'm just gonna.
Do you
gonna
think
head
that
out.
mom's dad wears extra large shirts, but the XL stands for extra liver? It's just a weird outline around the liver
gets-
area.
Yeah, he's got the corner market on the Homer Simpson Sipowicz Hawaiian shirt, wannabe Magnum PI type
Oh,
outfits
yeah.
going on.
Blue
Yeah.
letter flannels.
Nothing wrong with a good flannel.
I could make fun of my parents.
They just beat you with a shoe.
You know what would be fun to do though is come up with some. I also thought about it would be interesting to come up with some stories about their life, as I imagine it actually occurred, and about, opposed to what I've been told.
Right.
I'm still waiting for the book.
Well,
this
I don't
book
think
to come
she's got
out.
a publisher secured, so it's gonna be a while.
Do you think she's actually joking that she's writing a book, or do you think she actually is?
I don't think she does anything.
She says that she's writing a book.
She said something once. She said something about it'll be in my book or something. I'm like, is she actually kidding, or is she really writing a book?
I mean,
Because if she's writing a book, I want to read it.
I don't think she is.
I think she should, because she's lied to us quite a bit.
Do you think she remembers her lies though? Like, does she got them so straight that she remembers them?
Clearly, there's something really traumatic.
Oh my goodness, that's
Yes.
genetics.
Clearly, there's something really
Oh,
traumatic.
you got
that
your
happened.
lying gene from
Yeah.
grandma?
Yeah, but my mom's a better liar than you.
it's true.
I just laugh it off.
Don't
I'll be
you
better
know,
when
Don't you know why
maybe
my
it's
mom's
the
a better?
years.
Don't you understand why my mom's a better liar than you?
She
Maybe
calls
you learn
cute
it with
a straight
age.
face.
I want an answer from the daughter. Do you
No,
know
I
why
don't
she's
know.
a better liar than you? Than you?
I don't know.
Nobody knows she's lying.
Okay, that's what lying is.
Everybody knows you're lying. You lie
not
all the
certain
time.
things. I
Like
ain't
what?
never gonna tell you when I'm lying.
You're a self-professed
Summer, you're drunk.
liar.
Thank you.
You're a self-professed liar, and you get caught in lies all the time.
It's true.
But are they the lies that I let you catch me in? Or are they the lies that I don't want you to know?
What's even more important is that you just said that, so now we're just going to take away all your devices.
What?
Yeah.
That is not fair. I don't lie that
well,
much.
we don't. Oh, no.
Oh, there's a lie
another
right
lie.
Okay,
there.
that is a
There's
lie, but
also, and there's a lie also.
And you're recorded lying. So
Thank
nice
you.
one.
But at least you got recorded on your little pee joke, so hopefully nobody steals it from you.
What is the deal with peas? They're
Yeah.
like baby food in a shell.
no, it wasn't even good when you said it.
It was pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's all about the delivery.
Yep.
No.
If you ain't got
What is the deal with peas? They're like baby food in a shell.
If you ain't got delivery,
You've
you got DiGiorno.
I
Because it's
So you've
not
had too much-
delivery.
had too much. You've had too much DiGiorno.
I don't even like DiGiorno.
It's-
But you'd eat
But
it if
you-
we had it.
Exactly.
But I eat it anyway.
Maybe, but I don't like it. I'm tired of
You're
frozen
like, well,
pizza.
still eat it. What?
I'm
You're tired of frozen pizza? You
I don't
wanna
even
share
like
that
frozen
pizza.
pizza.
then?
I don't even like frozen pizza.
Can
I
I
just
have
miss
the rest of the
pizza
frozen-
so bad that I will eat frozen pizza. Because at my apartment, I didn't buy frozen pizza.
He bought
I would
pizza
go to Little
rolls.
Caesars. I
Ew,
don't like
that
pizza
is
rolls.
disgusting.
Little Caesars is
Actually, Little
very
Caesars
good
has
now.
improved their pizza.
They have a
little
new
bit.
recipe and it's
I
very,
haven't
very
had
good.
Little Caesars in
I still
years
don't
and
prefer
years.
it,
but-
but
It's very good. Their extra most bestest recipe is incredible.
They're extra most bestest.
That's what it's called.
That's
some
a
really
horrible
good,
name.
some great marketing. That's marketing for all the idiots out there.
I'm tired of making fun of Michigan businesses. They're struggling, and we are not supporting them.
There's no H in struggling.
struggling. I said struggling.
Struggling.
They're struggling. That is why I would like to declare here that we will, from now on, be supporting Little Caesars Pizza by ordering contactless delivery.
They still touch your damn food when they make it with their
There have
grubby
been
little
no
nasty paws.
proven cases of anyone catching coronavirus from eating.
That is probably not true at all.
No one's caught coronavirus from eating.
It's true. They even said if someone coughs on your food, it doesn't go up your nose. It goes into your throat.
But your
So
throat is a
what?
mucus membrane.
They said you can't catch it from that.
Who's
they? The ones
The
who
actual
want you
doctors they
Like
talked
who?
to?
Like the CDC said that?
No, they
Did
had
the Penguin tell you that?
the publisher.
Did Yasher tell you
Did the
that?
Penguin tell you that?
I don't understand what a book publisher has to do with coronavirus. But
Is that
okay.
it? Is that what happened? Did the Penguin tell you
No.
It's too hot outside for a
Oh
penguin.
my god. Anyway, there are no proven cases of anyone getting sick from eating food.
All respectable, like.
Oh my god. I need to be taken more seriously on this pizza topic.
No one's gonna take you seriously on the pizza topic.
I just miss pizza.
I want noodles.
You just had noodles for dinner.
No, I want noodles.
Yeah,
like
you
the
had noodles for
restaurant.
dinner.
I want that.
I'm gonna go ahead and be a little rat and say that she was planning on ordering it.
What? You were planning on ordering it.
A rat?
You are the most horrible person in the world.
She was like, hey, let's order noodles when mom and dad both aren't here.
it
What,
didn't
like
happen.
What, from fucking Grubhub or something?
No, they deliver.
They don't
They're
deliver.
not
Yes,
gonna
they
deliver out
do.
here. They're not going to deliver out here.
They deliver.
Yeah,
that
to
ain't
like
happening.
5 miles.
Money
but
is
food-
money, boys.
I told her that
How
too.
it
I was
is.
like, they're not gonna drive all the way out here.
You never know. And then I offered Jet's pizza, and he was like, "No, if I was gonna get any pizza, it'd be Little Caesars."
No, I said because you're gonna get in trouble and you're gonna get me in trouble.
I just wanted some food.
You know what, Riri? We have cameras.
That's what I told her. She was like,
I had
they
this
could-
whole plan
No,
out.
her plan is
There
so
is no
stupid.
plan, dummy, because if you take the camera down, we see you take the camera down.
No.
Her plan-
it wasn't that.
Her plan was so stupid. I was like, so what are you
me
gonna...
out at the road? Well,
That's
what
what I
she
was
said.
gonna do.
We would still, the camera will still track you going out to the road, dummy.
With the dog, dummy. I was planning on taking Sammy for a walk. Hello, food. I'd share with
Her
some.
plan was so stupid. I was like, why is your plan the worst plan in the world?
Because she's dumb.
Nah, it was a good plan.
Because she dumb. Because she dumb. She got a little fingy.
Oh my thingy.
But yes, I would like to order some Little Caesars pizza.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm just saying.
What?
You ratted me out.
I told you specifically I was gonna rat you out.
But I didn't even do it.
But then you could.
But I wasn't even thinking
She doesn't
about
have a
it.
credit card.
Huh?
She can't order no Grubhub. She ain't got no credit card.
She said they'll deliver with cash.
No, they
only.
won't.
I bet you they would.
You have to have a credit card to have that account, dummy.
Yeah, you
I-
big dummy.
Well, I think that tomorrow I'll order some Little Caesars pizza and we'll see how it goes.
And then you can quarantine yourself in your car for the next 2 weeks.
Exactly.
There's no guarantee who's making the pizza is sick.
There's no guarantee that they're not.
Because there's
Well-
plenty of people who are carrying the virus and not having any symptoms.
Well, I guess that's Schrodinger's pizza, isn't it?
I, for one, will be really happy when they come out with a test that's an accurate test for the antibodies, because I want to get that test. Anyway,
Anyway.
thank
I'm
you.
not antibody.
And we're hopefully this will be over soon, but I
Yeah,
don't think
you
so
won't be
because
over
every fucking
Positive
moron was
about
out
it.
today, and they're just going to keep spreading it, and we're going to have a major resurgence. Apparently, 62,000 deaths are not enough for anybody to give a shit about.
It's not 5 digits yet. Well, it's not 6 digits yet. They'll
You know
care.
what? When it becomes 6 digits, clearly nobody's going to care then either.
Did you know the Black Plague had like 5 million deaths?
It wiped
It
out like
was
a
one
third
third
of
of the
Europe.
Yeah,
population. That's that's major.
yeah.
Yeah, we did know that. It happened a while ago.
But we did thank you.
I know. It's
Thanks for
caused
sharing
by
it,
a
though.
rat like yourself.
Hey.
All right, well that's it for this episode of the Slaptail Squad. I thank you all for joining us.
Thanks.
Hopefully everyone else is staying safe and healthy, and hopefully you're not a fucking moron and doing dumb shit.
And harassing me in my neighborhood
Yeah.
with your 6 other little girlfriends.
Yeah, quarantine yourself.
You little boy.
Social distance in the neighborhood.
You should be a bigger badass, man. You should have run out there, punch him in the fucking
I
face, and run
totally
back. That would have been
should've.
hilarious.
She would have been like,
Then use
ow,
your
my
hand sanitizer.
hand.
My
And then
thingy.
Put it on TikTok, run out there. Poof, run back. All right, that's it for the Slaptail Squad. Adios, mooch fuckos.
See ya.
Bye.
Goodbye.